Hey planner friends, it's Cara with Cara Joe Plans, back with another video. This week we are doing our weekly check-in for week 1 of May. And I have with me my budgeting notebook as well as my life planner monthly view where I keep record of my expenses. So the first thing we're going to do is check in on our cash envelope categories. Now for food this week, I went to Sam's and I spent $145.41. So that puts me over what I had budgeted for this pay by $20.41. So for next week, I'm in the red, $20.41. So I'm at negative there. And here I should be negative too. That should be a negative. Okay, fuel I did not fill up yet. So I still have $50 left, and that will carry down to my week 2 starting budget because my paychecks run every 2 weeks. For fun, I did not spend any money. So that one will also carry. Beauty, I did not spend. Whoops. Getting ahead of myself on the categories here. Okay, so beauty is also 0 with 25 left over. Household is 30. I did it again. Goodness, what am I doing? Okay, these are all 0. Let me just do these and get these out of the way. Now the boys did get their $10 for allowance this week. So this one I have $30 left, and allowance I have $10 left. So let me carry these numbers down to next week. So for fun, we still have $40 for the month. Beauty still 25. Household still 30. And the boys will start with $10. Okay, so every paycheck I do new cash envelopes. So when we get down to week 3, this budget will get added to whatever is left over. Now I'm under on food, or I went over on food, which is fine because for the whole month I budgeted $375 for food, and I only put $125 of that on this pay period. Then I went to Sam's, which is usually a bigger purchase. So then on my next 2 paychecks, because there's 3 paychecks in this monthly budget, I'll just subtract the missing amount from here. So up down here, instead of starting with 125, I'll start with less. Okay, so that's how that works as far as food. Now, the other thing that I could have done was put my whole food budget on the beginning and then just subtract it as I go, because some weeks I do go to Sam's, some weeks I just have to stop and grab some milk and bananas and that kind of stuff. And that's probably what will happen for a couple of these weeks. So when I get here, I might just put the rest of my budget for food on this paycheck so that I have it available to use when I do the bigger purchases. So right now, this is how our weekly check-in is going with our cash envelopes. Again, we're not really going anywhere, so a lot of this doesn't get used. I don't need makeup or anything. I haven't hardly been putting any on. We haven't been going anywhere to use our fun money. And household, I honestly have been cleaning and decluttering my house and repurposing things that I already have. Found a lot of storage bins, cleaning supplies, so that's all organized now, and I probably won't need anything for household for a good while because of just finding and repurposing stuff and using up what I have. Because when I do buy cleaning supplies, I usually do buy them at Sam's, and you get multiple bottles. So that's where we are for there. And then looking back at our paycheck budget for the first section of May, which started on April 28th, all of my budgeted amounts were on point because a couple of these I already had the totals for. So those are working out. Now, what I can do is, I know I already went over my food, so I can carry the leftover amount down because that's actual. I already went over food for this pay. So I spent $145.41. So I know that that is different already. And then my sinking funds, I did go ahead and put my sinking funds through. So they were able to be fully funded the way that I had planned and budgeted for. So I will just carry those over to the actual column. And one of the things I didn't address when I set this up were these G's and these R's. Some of you might be wondering what those are. I use PNC Bank, and they have something called a virtual wallet, which gives you 3 bank accounts in one. So these 2 funds here, the Fall Scouts and the Picks, are going into my reserve account, which is something that you would probably use like a short-term savings. And the other ones go into my growth account. And what you can do inside of those accounts is set up different funds for each of these. So I can add a little category into my growth account for Christmas and tell it how much I want to save, and it allocates them into these little folders for you. So this is how I marked where each of these is going. So I knew my total amount to go into my reserve was 45, and the rest of the 501 went into my growth account. And then from there I can divvy it up into the folders. And that's how I do my sinking funds. So that's where we are for week 1. My insurance exam got pushed back yet again. So I don't know when I'm going to get to take it. The state of Pennsylvania is slowly reopening, but even in the area that is reopening faster, which is where I scheduled my most recent attempt to take the test, that also got canceled. So I don't know when testing centers are going to be open, when I'm going to be able to start my job. So that is frustrating, but we'll run with it. And here's the check-in for this week. Did go over on groceries. That's okay because monthly I budgeted more and everything else stayed the same except for allowances got spent. So thank you guys for watching this check-in, and I will be back with you in a couple days with another new video. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you can be alerted when that video pops up, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.